You can't do a subtotal on more than one column. Suppose you want department and then region and then branch, then you can't do because it can only accommodate one. Okay. Got it? So a better option, a more powerful feature is actually pivot table. Pivot table, pivot table, people call it by different names. Have you all heard of it? Yes, sir. Yes. So how do we do that? For that, we can do it in two ways. One, we can select the data first, then go to insert. And on the left hand side, you will see there is a pivot table. First, you have to give the data table or the range where the data is existing. Since I have already selected it, the data is coming here automatically. If I don't select it, I have to choose it from here. Okay. And choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. You can say new worksheet or existing worksheet. Usually, I prefer keeping it in the existing worksheet right next to where my data is. Then it is easy for me to look at it. Okay. Now, this particular window is called the pivot table fields. There are four main parts here, or if I call this fifth, here you can see list of all the columns that you see here. And these are four different parts of a table. One is the column, one is the row, one is the values, one is filter. Suppose you want a total by department, you click on department, system by default will send it to rows. And it will showing you the list of departments here. Then salary is your numeric value. Click on salary. The salary will go by default to values. So here you can get a summary of your entire data by department. Clear, everybody? So can you repeat one more? Sure. From the beginning. So what did I do here? Let me first delete it. Suppose I don't want to select it also, I can do it this way. I go to insert pivot table. So initially it is blank. I select my data. Now the data should not have any blank headers. Okay. Headers should be properly populated. And there should not be gaps in the rows. So that's the essential requirement. Okay. And suppose I want it by department, then I will get the data like this. And then I click on salary. The salary comes here. Got it? Okay. Everybody okay? Now, yes. Now see, here the advantage of pivot table is you can add more columns. Suppose I want within the department, I want it region wise. I click on region, so admin, I'll get a breakup in terms of the region. Finance, I get a breakup in terms of east, north, south, west. Help desk, I get a region wise. Correct. Now this one, region, I can either have it as a row or I can drag it and put it under columns. So it will come like a table, like a matrix. East, north, south, west, grand total. It all depends on your choice. How do you want to display it? You want to try it, everyone? When you click on the pivot table, this will come, click outside, it will disappear.
Can I like branch also? Branch wise also there is.
Yes, you can give branch also. So let's say you want branch, you can add branch here. So you'll get a breakup of the branch.
How to do it in the next page?
Next sheet.
Next sheet. Yes, I want to.
Yeah, where you have that, na? For you after creating it here also, you can say move pivot.
So like when you click on the pivot table, they give you an option to do it in the next page.
See,
or not?
move pivot table. You can say new worksheet and say okay. It will be moved to another worksheet.
So once more, sir, I don't get it from where you got that option of move pivot.
Move here. See under pivot table analyze. Move pivot table.
Okay. New worksheet. If I want, I can or the existing worksheet.
Yes. So you can either choose in the beginning or later on also after you have created your pivot table.
Okay.
Everybody done?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So as you can see here, I can add multiple things. Okay. And I can then drag them, or if you click on this small arrow sign also, I can say move to column labels. So it will come here. Okay. Now there is something called as filter. What is a filter? Filter is something like this. If you see branch, then by default you get data for all the branches. If I want to see one branch at a time, let's say I want to look at the performance of Agra. I say okay. So I will see the data for Agra. Or I want to see the data of the performance. I can select multiple things also. Date Agra, Aligarh, Delhi. Say okay. So then I get the data for multiple places, not this is the total. Got it? If I click here and I say all, then everything will be displayed. So that is the purpose of filter. Filter can be anything. You can move the department also to filter, and branch you can then move it to the rows also. That's also okay. It all depends on what you need. There is no right or wrong here. It all depends on what you need. How you want to present the data, or in what format you want to analyze your data. Oops.
And how to remove, sir, from the filters? Like if I want to
Yeah,
remove
just
branch.
just click here. Filter, say remove field,
So if I click on the branch, then it goes down.
or branch you want to remove it, remove field. Okay, everyone. Now see, I can see finance in North. The total is 3,02,625. Now I want to see the breakup of this. So what I can do, I can double click on this. So it will fetch me the data of that matching criteria. Region North, the breakup. What are the individual lines that make up the North region? Let me show you one more time. Whichever place you want to click, whichever breakup you want to see. Suppose you want to know the what is making up North HR, how many, or West HR, 3,15,000. Double click, you get a breakup of the individuals who make up West HR. Okay. Whichever columns and rows value, whichever cells breakup you need, just double click on that.
Answer.
Everybody done? Okay. Now see, the salary that we are using, we are putting it in one column. Now the same salary, you can also drag it and drop it here. So you will get two salary columns here. One can be sum of salary. Another one, if you click on value field settings, you can get more functions here, like average, max, min, product. Let's say you want to know the average. So it will give you the average figure of the salary by department. So I have a sum of the salary and I also have a average of the salary. So like this, I can have multiple functions like max, min. So this is my total sum of salary. This is my average salary. This is the maximum salary.
So from where we got this average thing? So can you do it once more?
Yes. Come here, see under values. Let me remove it one more time. See, suppose I have only one. Okay, I have only sum of salary. So I'll drag the salary one more time and put it here. So now I have two salary.
Yes.
Click on this arrow, value field settings. Go to value field settings.
Okay.
And then choose average or max or min, whichever one you want.
Then salary. Enter that value field settings. Oh. Then to go to average. Admin 769.
Everybody clear?
Yes, sir.
So this average thing would be applicable if I have in a same zone there are multiple the range of salary is a bit it's not fixed. So
Yeah,
to bring
like
out the
here you have
average,
admin. If you look at the breakup of the admin, you have people, so many people in admin.
yeah,
Starting from 22, 40,000, 34,000. There's a range of values here.
yeah. 34, 29, 30, 26.
Mm.
So the average comes down to 29, 444.8. 448.
Mm. Everybody done? Anyone, any question?
Sir, if I want to do this average for zone wise,
Zone wise. So in that case, zone means region.
yes, region. For suppose there are like admin salary, like each sum of salary for admin is 694475.
Correct.
So what is the average?
This is the average.
So you got already. The average per zone is also good. Yeah, yes, yes. Total average is
So I'm using the same column of salary again and again. So I again drag this salary here and put it sum of salary. I go to value field settings. Now we'll take it a different level. Next, you see here there is show value as. Default is no calculation. Here I can do percent of grand total or percent of column total. So region wise, it will give me the total for that particular. So this is 21.3%. Total is 100%. Can you see here?
yes.
So you're getting a percentage also. You don't have to work it out manually.
Salary go to the settings, show value as percentage of credit. So 100%. So in my case, 100 is coming at the last set.
Yes.
In my like this, I have to after going to the value field setting, I have to go to show value as grand total and then region.
Yeah. Just say grand total and say okay, or percentage of column total.
Percentage of column total. Okay, then it is coming. Grand total, sir.
Grand total, actually, there is only one grand total. Column
That's the
total, you
last,
have
last
multiple column total.
Okay. Sir, in this case, like the salary is constant, so we are dragging salaries to the values again and again.
Mm.
So it will vary from data to data, like what will
Correct.
be the thing.
You can get not only salary, suppose you have units, number of people, you can drag all of those also.
The production unit or
Number of orders, like in your case, you will probably be monitoring
date
number of
transactions.
orders,
I will be
day
getting number of
transactions.
transactions.
Yes, number of transactions. So it all depends on what kind of data you have. And then from that data, you can drag them over here. So you will get two values next to each other. Now, just like you can see the percentage here, I can also get if I go to value field settings, see, it is still saying sum of salary too, which is not right, right? So I can say, I can rename it percentage. So it will get renamed to percentage. And if I go to value field settings, I can do additional changes like this. So let me drag this salary column one more time. Sum of salary, value field settings, show value as. Now here I can get different types of percentage. Then I can also get differences. Difference means I can get a difference department wise between the different departments. What is the difference? So between admin and finance, there is a difference of this much amount. Between finance and help desk, this is the difference. Okay. So here you are comparing. Let's say you want to compare by the salesperson, or you want to compare by location, by individual departments, or by store, whatever trackers you are using, you can generate your difference amount from here. $694 minus 568 is 126. 568 minus 95 is 472. 95 minus 365 is minus 270. Got it? That's how it is showing.
But sir, I don't think this is applicable for this table. That is the reason.
Why? No, it is showing you the difference between the department in the region of East.
But the values are coming in minus.
Yeah, so there is a drop, na? See, this has sharply dropped 95,000 and then it has increased to 365.
So sir, I'm just saying that for suppose this could have been more here, like if instead of admin, finance and help desk, if we had sales figure for April, May, June, so there is a drop or a increment.
Yes. Like then everybody during the COVID time, there was a drop.
Yes.
So drops are possible. Minus is possible.
Okay.
Like air conditioners in the month of May, June, sale will go up. In the month of November, December, sales will come down.
That will go value setting, value as difference. Sir, only difference from or different percentage from?
First do difference, then you will see, you will be able to do the manual calculation. Then that is the percentage.
Sir, I selected department and the next is base item should be any one. For suppose finance. Okay, so from finance, what are the ফিনান্সের উপরে ওটা বেস করে বাদ বাকির সাথে ডিফারেন্সটা বের করছি like admin is only in the plus side, that is why sales are in minus. Admin and sales. Okay, I got you.
Everybody done?
Yes, sir.
Roshni Singh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tanushri.
Yes, almost done.
Okay, finish it. Okay. Now see, can I move on to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In pivot table also, just like we had in normal tables, we had slicers. In pivot table also, you can add slicers. How can you add it? You click on the pivot table, go to the pivot table, analyze, and you will see insert slicer. And then you choose what slicers you need. If you need 3 slicers, system will create 3 slicers for you. Okay. Now,
Saurabh, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Could
Yeah.
you please show me from where did you get this option of slicer?
okay, click on the power pivot, click on the pivot table. You have, depending on your version again, you might get something else. Pivot table analyze. Can you see at the top here?
Yes, yes.
Inside that, you will see insert slicer towards the middle.
Okay, okay.
Everybody got it?
I'm getting single slicer, sir.
Yeah. So when you say insert slicer, you will be able to choose. So choose the slicers that you need.
Okay.
So you click 1, 2, 3, you will get them. Now this is coming in column format. So if I click on slicer settings here, number of columns is 1. If I increase it to 3 or 4, it will become a flat one. So depending on the size, I can have it like this also.
Sir, how you got that, sir? Can you show that again?
Yes,
After
here,
creating
see at the top, you have columns, slicer, columns. So default is 1. So if I click on this one, you will see column is 1.
Okay.
Since it has only 4 values, it might be useful to keep it like this. This one has 4 and 4, 8. So suppose I make it 4 columns, I'll get it in 2 rows. Slicer, yes. Slicer, as we have seen before, is nothing but a filter. So if I want to see only the East region, I'll click on East, I'll see the East data. To remove the filter, I click on this. Suppose I want north and south. I can choose multiple ones here, north and south. So I'll get data for north and south.